Is there any woman on this planet who is not busy, overworked, and underfulfilled? I totally get this feeling. My name is Janita D'Souza and I'm the creator of Exploring Femininity, a place for busy women to reconnect with their femininity, their sensuality, so that they can experience more energy, enthusiasm, and pleasure in their everyday life. And thank you, Zoe, who is a member of our Online Exploring Femininity Community, for asking this beautiful question. This is the question that is on the hit list of many of us busy women. How do we manage our time? In this episode, I am going to share with you why time management is all about sensuality. Yes, as a feminine explorer, I know that time management is a real art and it involves us to become a little bit creative with our lifestyle. And yes, that involves changing our relationship with time. And let me tell you the truth, we can never have all the time that we want. It is an illusion. But yes, we have the ability as feminine explorers to create the time for things that really serve us. Sensuality is this fine balance between masculine and feminine energy, and time management is exactly the same. It involves us using our masculine energy with complementary to our feminine energy. It's all about energy management. And today I'm going to share with you top tips to manage your time. Number 1, use a diary. Yes, it may sound really simple to you, but that really works. You see, we women and men are wired very differently, biologically, neurologically, emotionally, etc. So when a man thinks a thought, he thinks in boxes. He thinks one thought at a time, whereas us women, we do not think of one thing at a time. Our thoughts are going in all different directions, in all different boxes in our brains. So for us to keep a track on our unlimited thoughts and the things that we really want to do, it is really essential to use a diary. And what I would suggest is to bring in your life a beautiful diary or decorate it so that it makes you feel really good to be using it on a day-to-day basis. I have this diary that I use. I buy it from a particular store in London here, and you can see I really literally like to write down everything that is coming up, all the things that I really like to do on a day-to-day basis or I need to schedule. It may sound silly to you, but yes, using a diary really helps you to manage your time well. And I know this is an era of technology where people have online calendars and diary, but having something to write to makes it really feel authentic, and it's an action that you take to make things happen. So I really like the idea of having a physical diary. Try it for yourself. The second tip is act in alignment with your desire. If it does not bring you joy, figure out a different way to do it, or just don't do it. Prioritize your task based on this. So like you would see in my diary, like I write down things and then I have a tendency to strike them off, because sometimes when I get overwhelmed, I see that thing for today is really not serving me, so I can really push it off to next day, or probably I should think of doing it some other way, or maybe I shouldn't even do it. So prioritize your task based on your desires and declutter the things that you really don't want to do or it really doesn't serve you. That brings me to the third tip, and the third tip is about decluttering your physical environment. When you have clutter around you, it makes your brain stressed out really quickly. It's proven by scientists. So for you to feel expansive in your energy, then you must first clear out the clutter around you, make your physical environment spacious, create space in your physical environment. My fourth tip to you is batch similar tasks together. So for example, I spend few hours on Sundays doing my grocery shopping and all the things that I need to buy for the next week, and I spend a couple of hours in the kitchen preparing some healthy food so that I have my stock on for the next week. I eat mostly homemade food and healthy food, so it is very important for me to have that nourishment supply stocked in my fridge and freezer for the week. So think about what tasks you can batch together so it doesn't consume your energy every single day. Okay, so this requires your masculine energy of action and a little bit of planning. My fifth tip to you is to cut down your stressors in your living environment, like junk food. It really brings your energy down. Also, things like news, TV, drama are also junk to our brain. So cutting down on them will make us feel less cluttered in our brain and thoughts as well. I understand occasionally tuning into your favorite show or watching a movie is good, but doing it every day is actually an excuse, and you should know it why. The next tip is one of my favorites. Learn to say no. Yes, Cheryl Richardson, who is one of the world's best and leading self-care coaches, once quoted that for you to be true to yourself and to your heart, you should be willing to disappoint others. Now, I do not mean this in an offending way, but we as feminine explorers will need to and should actually learn to authentically communicate and say no when required. In my coaching with busy women, I specifically go deeply into this topic because for us women, it can become really hard to say no. The next tip is to schedule time to rest and play. We live in this elusive thought that once we get all our things done, we will rest and play. And that time never comes. And in the end, we get depleted and take even longer to recover. I personally schedule 2 hours on Wednesdays to really rest and play. And I know if I do not schedule it in my diary, I may just not do it. And you may think, how is it related to time management? But let me tell you, time management, as I said, is about energy management. And the more you're able to make your energy feel in an expanded state of being, you will see the time expanding for yourself. And you will learn that sometimes by slowing down, you can get more things done. My next tip is tune into your cycles. Yes, we are given this menstruation every month to slow down and rest. And by allowing ourselves this time to really slow down and rest for the 7 days, you will realize that you can become more creative and intuitive in your feminine wisdom. And also by allowing yourself to rest more during these 7 days will help you to have more focus and energy for the next coming weeks of the month. The next and the last tip is also one of my personal favorites, and I think each and every woman should do this. That is, tune into your sensuality before going to bed. Some scientists have proven that our brain takes minimum of 30 minutes to shut down, and this is specifically for women. So allow yourself at least 2 hours of time of shutting down before you go to bed and begin to tune into your sensuality. How? Tune into your taste by indulging yourself into some healthy meal, snack, or yummy tea. And yes, please do not watch TV while you're tuning into your taste. Really experience this sense of taste. Tune into your sense of smell by lighting some nice scented candles or even incense or essential oils for you to calm down. Lavender oil is a good one for that. Tune into your sense of touch by getting into your comfy clothes like your pajamas, your soft silk gown, or even your cozy jumper that makes you feel soft. Tune into your sense of sight by dimming down the lights around, and obviously having candles helps. Tune into your sense of hearing by playing some relaxing soft music, some Reiki or some kind of spa music. You can find plenty of them on YouTube. By allowing yourself to tune into your 5 senses before you go to bed will help you to relax, rest and restore for the next busy day. So by learning to manage your energy by these tips that I gave you today, you will see that you will get a lot of things done during the day. And probably for the things that you haven't managed to do, didn't mean a lot to you anyways.